Hello, hi there, gorgeous Libras. I do hope that you are all well and welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and this is your love horoscope for February 2020. So I'm just going to jump straight in there. What is it that my guides want you to know about the kind of overall themes for your love life? Kind of goes a little bit like this. I do get immediately like you truly do care about somebody, or you really want love in your life. It's very important to you. It keeps your Libra scales balanced, and it becomes a focus this month. Maybe it's a focus this month because it is Valentine's Day and it's kind of a triggering month for that in particular, but you want to keep a connection. And I do get a lot of you trying your hardest. So for me, you're in a long-term relationship, you're trying harder at it working and being better, and you want to show your engagement, your generosity, your attentiveness, that you see where there's holes in it and you want to fix it. And for those of you who are single, you're trying to date proactively, you're trying to be a gentleman or a gentlewoman, you're trying to give your all. The frustrating thing that I see for you in this month, and again, it's probably got to do with retrograde energy that we're going into, is that I keep getting you offering, solving, seeing, trying, and I keep getting your hand being slapped back. It's almost like you do something and they push you back. You do something else and they're not paying attention. You're trying and trying harder each time, even though you're getting this kind of slap back, and it will irritate you because the things that I know about Libras is if your scale gets tilted and you're not getting the balance back, then I pity the fool who agitates a Libra, because you feel like you do it for a good 2 weeks where you're offering and trying and being motivated, and then you are heading for an argument with somebody, particularly by the 3rd week, like proper cross wires. Now this is again very typical retrograde energy in terms of it can have communication breakdowns and arguments can be likely, and sometimes people will break up in retrogrades because of that discord, and there could be a bit of miscommunication going on, and maybe some cross working might help if you look at the other side as to why they are slapping things away, and it could be that they're misinterpreting your intentions, could just be where their head is at, could be a number of different things, but it doesn't really matter because it feels for you guys, you're trying, like you try, and then the second week you try even harder, and it's almost like it's almost like you tell yourself, why can't they see that I'm trying? Why can't they see that I want this? Why can't they, when I'm dating these people, why is it they're not appreciating the unicorn that I am? It irritates you. So I do feel, particularly if you're long-term relationships, you're definitely having a big argument that makes you even question whether you want to be with them. If you're dating, it does feel more like somebody might bear the brunt of maybe some poor dates before that, where if they do the same thing that you might let them have it on behalf of everybody else. But it could also be that maybe you've dated this one particular person who just is so unappreciative that you will discard them but let them know all about it at the same time before you make an exit. Now the positive is it does seem to just be contained in that 3 weeks, because I if I'm being honest with you, I feel like for those of you particularly where you had to say something to the person that you've had a long-term relationship or even had an ex-relationship with, that you needed to get something off your chest, that it feels like it works, because retrogrades can feel awful about communication, but it will get underneath the things that were not working or bugging us and expose them to fix them. So I get the last week's actually more successful, because for those of you where that person wasn't listening or appreciating, they suddenly do. Things are better. They work in balance and harmony with you. For those of you, even if you're single and you've had to let someone go, there is that option that they may want to then try harder, and it will be totally up to you about whether you want to let them, given that they've given you such a poor first impression. Or you'll just move on to somebody new. The last week is incredibly positive for you because it feels like you finally then get heard. And the fact that it's still in the retrograde is a positive thing, because it feels like you're using that communication aspect, whether you are aware of it or not, to your advantage by airing it so soon and not letting that resentment kind of sit in there for the entire month or for the entire retrograde that goes into March also too. At the heart of it, my guides want to kind of go back to the beginning where they're saying you love this person, or that you want to be in love with somebody, or you want to give love to somebody. And there is nothing more disappointing when you are trying to offer love to have it mirrored back to you in such a disrespectful way. What you end up attaining is that respect and love back. And that can't be a bad thing now, can it, Libras? So I'll be back again next month for your love horoscope in that month. Take care, everybody.